Hi guys, okay, happy Friday, Freedom Flow. Sorry about that. We're back online. So let's start on our mats, a nice, comfortable, seated, meditative posture. Sorry about the cord issue. All right, nice, comfortable place on your mat, seated posture. A little rock back and forth, let your sit bones settle into the mat. Hands can be in your lap, hands can be on top of your legs, whatever's comfortable. Allow your belly to come in, protect your spine, ground down through your roots, relax your legs out. Take a nice big deep breath in, exhale out all the way. Find some awareness along the body, top of the head. Let it drop down the sides. Relax the jawline. Feel the release on the tops of the shoulders. Open your chest up a little bit. Pull your shoulders back. Let them drop. Let your shoulder blades drop down your back. Now coming to your breath. Just notice your breath moving throughout the body. Throughout our day, we can feel our tightness and our tension, but sometimes we miss the little ones. So if we just follow the breath through the body in this stillness, take a few more breaths and just remember that yoga is a personal journey. Things don't happen overnight. Sometimes we have setbacks, just as we do in our life. So don't let those setbacks frustrate you so much as just learn from them, accept them with grace. Know that maybe there's a reason for that small setback or big one. Change doesn't happen overnight in the mind or the body. Even if you only commit to 5 minutes on your mat every day, there's that commitment that will bring change eventually. Big deep breath in through the belly, the ribs, the shoulders, the chest, rise, expand. Hold it at the top. 3, 2, 1. Exhale out. One more just like that. Big breath in through the belly, ribs, chest, shoulders. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Let it out. Few cat-cow seated posture. Deep breath in. Cow your spine. Push your chest out. Lift your gaze. Exhale, round over the body. Spine back behind you. Deep breath in, cow. And exhale, cat. Hug yourself a little. Really draw your belly in. Deep breath. Cow, open up. East side of the body, exhale. Open up the west side. One more deep breath in. And exhale, cat. Stay rounded, stay in cat. Walk your fingers back to your shoulder blades as far as you can. And then a little twisting motion side to side. Open your arms up. Opposite, hug. So the other arm on top this time. Exhale, round down, elbows in. And again, nice little twisting motion here. Come back to the top. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, reach forward. Pull your hips back behind you. Reach your head, your heart out in front of you. Come up onto the fingertips. Walk your fingers out away from the body as far as you can. And then relax the arms down. Release the shoulders. 2 more breaths. Bring the belly in as you exhale. Big diaphragmatic breath. Let your head go. Rolling back up. Deep breath in. Hands lift towards the sky again. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale back to the top. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Push your right leg down, stay rooted there as you reach over. Inhale back to the top. One more time, reach forward. Walk the fingers out, breath in. Exhale, relax down, fold, melt. And come to downward facing dog. Walking your dog out here, pedal through the feet, find your breath, lengthening through your spine as you lift your tailbone, sky high, active through the arms, deep breath, high plank, shift forward, exhale down all the way, release, flip the toes, coming up for Sphinx here first, so elbows underneath the shoulders. Relax your low spine into the body. Relax your abdomen into the mat. Relax the tops of your legs into the mat. Pull your shoulders back. Exhale, lower the chest back down. And push back to child's pose. Hips back. Big deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Once more, paddling out, deep breath in. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Find your forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Remembering that this is your journey, your practice, doing what feels the best in your body. And the best doesn't always have to be the most comfortable. The best can be the best way to challenge yourself. Lift up halfway and then exhale, fold down again. Rise up all the way, hands to the sky, high mountain. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Keep your left shoulder pulled back. Big inhale back to the top. Exhale over to the left. Same thing, stay grounded in both of the legs. Pull the right shoulder back. Deep breath in. Exhale, goalpost the arms. And then release the hands behind you if you have it. Take the bind even. And then just give it a little tap, walk back and forth. Let your body kind of feel some opening here. So I'm walking back and forth. Lifting the gaze. Little sway, get some movement. Remember, movement in the body with breath and intention is the best way to move energy around. Release tension, arms above you. Cross the arms, grab opposite elbows. Same thing here, a little twisting motion. Yoga doesn't have to be traditional, it can be fun. Yoga is just about connecting to your breath and your body, that's all. Deep breath in, hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Lift your heart halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, high plank. Exhale, lower the body, chaturanga. Come up for an upward facing dog, sphinx or even cobra, it doesn't matter. So relax the hips into the mat. Chest out in front of you, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, lower down again. Come up one more time. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. One more time, look to the top of your mat as you take a breath in. And then exhale, hop, skip, jump, step, float your feet forward. Find your forward fold. Ragdoll. See how deep you can get. See if you can allow your head and your heart to melt just a little more towards the feet. As you breathe in, fill the chest, empty out the abdomen. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Heart lifts halfway, breath in. Exhale, fold. Rise up, hands to the sky. Exhale, chair pose, sit back and down. Utkatasana. So you can have wide legs or you can have them together, but focus on windshield wipering into the back edges of your heels so you smile your heels out. Takes the pressure off the tops of your knees. Drop your tailbone down, pull the abdomen in. Big breath here. Exhale, airplane the arms. Stay in your heels, even though the heart reaches forward. Inhale, sit back down just a little bit lower into the tailbone. Exhale, hands to heart center. Twisting towards the right. So lengthen the left shoulder out. Bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee if you have it. But more importantly, just lengthen the left side of the body from left hip to left shoulder. Stay long. Pull the right shoulder back. Twist just a little bit more on an exhale. Back to the center chair. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen your heart halfway. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Big deep breath in. Exhale out through the mouth. Left leg sweeps up nice and high. Exhale, stack the left hip over the right. Bend the knee, rotate your ankle. If you want to flip it, you can flip it here for Wild Thing. Everybody come back to three-legged dog, left leg sky high. Exhale, step it through all the way. Low lunge, come down onto your right knee. Twist, look over your left shoulder as you open your left knee up. Let your right hip flexor come back down and forward. Chest is open. Big inhale here. Long, slow exhale. One more time. Curl the right toes underneath you. Step back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, feet to the top of your mat. Lift the heart halfway. And exhale, fold. Rise up all the way, hands to the sky. Chair pose, Utkatasana, sit back and down once more. Remember, windshield wiper in the heels. Draw the lower abdomen in as you sit into your tailbone. Exhale, hands to heart center, twist to the left. Right shoulder long from the hip. Pull the left shoulder back, open the chest up. Find that twisting a little bit more in your abdomen. Inhale back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Lift your heart halfway. Exhale, take it down to your mat. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg sweeps up nice and high. Go ahead and stack here. Stay even in your shoulders if you're just stacking. And if you want to flip, go ahead and flip the dog, Wild Thing. One more breath. Flip it back over, everybody, into three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Come into that low lunge. Left knee's down, left hip flexor down and forward, right knee out. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. Exhale, come back to the center. Curl the left toes underneath you. Step the right leg back, downward dog. Big breath in. Exhale out. Left leg sweeps up. Exhale, step it through. Crescent lunge, rise up. Remember to tilt the top of your hips back. Lower abdomen drawn in. Sink down into your front knee. Just remember to keep the knee tracking and stacked over the ankle. Press through the back knee crease. Stay active in your back leg. Big breath in. Exhale, prayer twist here to the left. So revolve crescent. Pull left hip back. Outside of the right hip comes forward, scissoring of the legs. Remember to stay down in your left toes and heel. Micro lift the arch. Open the wings. So open your arms here if you can. And then exhale, rise up for corkscrew. So we stay twisted, we opened our wings, and then we rose for corkscrew. Deep breath in, exalt. Left hand drops to the back of the right thigh. Right arm lifts towards the ceiling. Again, stay rooted. Scissoring of the legs. Exhale, take it down. Left leg sweeps back. Stack again or flip. We meet in downward facing dog. Right leg sweeps up. Exhale, step it through. crescent lunge. Remember to scissor the legs. If you need to walk your front leg out just a little, widening the track space between your feet, if that helps with balance. But remember to pull your front hip back, push your back hip forward. Squeeze and press through your left knee crease to straighten the leg, heel stacked over the toe. Ankles working in both legs, front knee stacked. Exhale, hands to heart. Reach your left shoulder out in front of you and take your revolve to crescent. Remember, root down into your front toes, right toes and heel. Micro left lift in the arch. Inhale, open your wings. Breathe. Exhale, rise up to corkscrew. Again, feel that twisting in your hips. It's actually just centering your hips. And exalt. Press through the front foot. Use your drishti, your 1,000-yard stare. Back to the front, crescent. Exhale, take it down to your mat. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Exhale, take child's pose. Come down onto your knees. As wide as comfortable. Big toes together. Sink your hips back and down. Oh, feel that. Just feel your breath. Feel your body again, just like you did in the beginning of class. Use your breath to take inventory and checking in with all of the body, not just the places that speak loudly on their own to you. Use your breath to speak to your body. Make that connection. 2 more breaths. And rising up, tabletop. Big breath in. Lift the right leg out behind you. Square your hip. So scissor the hips, scissor the inner thighs, flex your right foot. We tend to bow our right leg back behind us. Notice that the outside of my right hip lifts. Drop the outside of the right hip, scissor the inner thighs. Press through the right heel so it's flexed. Deep breath in. Pull the lower belly in. Another inhale. Exhale, knee to chest underneath you. Pull it up as high as you can into the chest. Stacking the wrists underneath the shoulders. Hollow out the chest. Inhale, lengthen back. Remember to keep the abdomen pulled in. Exhale, knee to chest. 2 more. Exhale, pull it up high as you can. Once more. Other side. Left leg extends out. Remember to drop the outside of the left hip. Try not to let it come up and stack. We're dropping it, scissoring the inner thighs. Flex the foot. Press through your left heel. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your knee underneath you. Hug it in. Tight, tight, tight. Keep it here. Breathe. Keep emptying out a little bit more. Sink your belly in just a little more on every exhale. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, knee to chest. 2 more. Last one. Tabletop and downward facing dog. Woo. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart. Prayer twist to the right. So revolve crescent. Open the wings, inhale. Exhale, corkscrew. Exalt. Breath in. Exhale, back to corkscrew. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, open up to warrior 2. High warrior, press through the front leg. Untilt your hips so they're nice and square. Hands to the sky. We're gonna take the left hand, clasp the right wrist, and pull back for Sky Archer. Big breath. Exhale, come back up. One more. Inhale, Sky Archer. Big stretch on the right side of the body. Open it up. Exhale, release the hands and find triangle, Trikonasana. Reaching the right side of the body forward. Pull the right hip back. Let the left hip open. So flexion in your right hip, extension in your left. Long right side of the body. And then just rotate your arms here. So stay active through both feet. Left edge of the foot. Inside of the left foot lifted. Press through your right toes. Come off your heel so that you don't lock your front knee out. Big breath in. Open the chest. Pull the belly in. One more breath in. Exhale, lower down. Come onto the left toes. Reach back through your left heel for a modified pyramid. So big, wide pyramid. Your back heel probably will not land. Maybe it will. And if you do, you have really long hamstrings. Big breath. Exhale, step up into the right foot. Lift the left leg up. Back behind you. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Flex the foot just like we just did in tabletop. So drop the outside of your left hip. Twisted half moon. Balanced posture. Again, flex your left foot to stay active in that leg. Scissoring your thighs. Pull the lower belly in. Twist. See if you can pull your right shoulder back. Left hand is down on a block, stack of books. When you fall, just like I did, it's okay. Exhale, forward fold, everybody. Ooh, lift the heart halfway. And exhale, fold. Rise up, hands to the sky. Exhale, Utkatasana, sit back and down into your chair pose. Little fun here, deep breath in. Exhale, airplane the arms, pull your chest forward, see if you can come up onto your toes, squeeze your ankles together. Squeeze your ankles, sit back and down into your hips. Inhale, drop into your heels, hands lift, exhale, forward fold. Heart lifts and lengthens. Exhale, Chaturanga. If you don't practice Chaturanga or you're not feeling it, just step to downward dog. Ooh, how we feeling? A little more awake, a little bit more. I know I was tight. I'm starting to feel loose. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Crescent lunge, rise up, hands to the sky. Scissoring the legs, exhale, hands to heart center. Take your revolve, twist. Inhale, open your wings. Exhale to corkscrew, rise up. Stay twisted. Twist, scissor, scissor the legs. Exalt. Stay bent in that front knee. Inhale, back to crescent. Here's that big release, external rotation into warrior two. So let your hips open a little bit more. Inhale, high warrior. Untilt your hips, so your tailbone's really reaching down underneath you. You're pressed and you're open into both legs, but still drawing your heels together so that you engage your inner thighs. Left wrist clasped by right hand this time. Sky Archer, inhale, reach back. Exhale, come back to the top. And again, inhale, Sky Archer. Back to the top, release the hands. Finding triangle. So again, a little pop of the back hip. So flexion, pull your right hip or your left hip back. Let your right hip pop open. Belly in, shoulders open towards where you're facing. Reach your front arm, your left arm forward, and then rotate down. Now remember, in triangle, we don't want to lock the front knee out. So really stay active all the way through the toes. Pull the underside of the body long. And exhale, fold, come onto your right toes, press back through your right heel. Modified pyramid. Big wide open pyramid.
Rock back onto your left heel if you want. And inhale, step into the left leg. Lift your right. Active all the way through your right foot. Press through the heel. Lift your head and your heart. Pull the lower belly in. And then find your twist. Twisted half moon. Remembering that your gaze is everything with balanced postures. So find your drishti. Focus on your breath. Pay attention to your body. Exhale, forward fold. Little sway, ragdoll. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Big toe posture. So heel toe your feet out so that they're hip distance, maybe even a little wider, and then your choice. So taking a bind in a forward fold, we can do big toe, so taking your peace fingers, wrapping around your big toe, and have that bind. Another option is gorilla, placing your palms underneath the soles of your feet. Try to bring your toes up to your wrist crease. And if you don't have that and you just want to pull down, you can pull in the backs of your legs. You can even do infinity, crossing your arms in front of your legs or behind your legs. So find your bind, everybody, and then take a deep breath in. As you exhale, pull yourself down. Bend the knees slightly if you need to. Press through your heels in order to straighten your legs. Two more breaths. And slowly release, come out of it. Step back, take a chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Pedaling it out. Deep breath in. Right leg sweeps up. Inhale. Exhale, step it through. Crescent lunge. Exhale, prayer twist. So revolve your crescent. Inhale, open your wings. Exhale, corkscrew. Just going through the flow. Inhale the crescent. Exhale, warrior two. High warrior. Stretch back for sky archer. Release. Reach forward and finding triangle posture. Take a breath here. One more. Exhale, finding pyramid. This time we're going to come down onto our left knee and find full half splits. So push your right heel away from you, pull your right toes towards you, and lower down. If you know that you want to practice full splits, if that's in your body, great time to do that now. Sliding your back leg away from your front leg, lowering your hips down as squarely as you can. If it helps to have a block or a pillow underneath your pelvis and your hips to support until you know the depth of your splits. Big breath in, big breath out. One more breath for everybody, no matter where you're at. Slowly come up and out. Step back to the top of the mat. We're gonna find twisted half moon again. Scissor the inner thighs, right hand to the sky. I probably look like Cousin It with my hair down in my face. If you don't know who Cousin It is, you need to watch Addams Family. What's wrong with you if you don't know? Exhale, forward fold. Back and forth. Whew. Okay, rise up all the way, hands to the sky. Cross your arms, grab opposite elbows. Here we go. Come back into this, that little kind of hip shoulder dance, little sway back and forth. Just check in. Check in with your body, check in with how you're feeling. Notice what's going on. Notice what's changed. Beautiful. Love yoga. Deep breath in, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to the small of the back. See if you can interlace your fingers. Draw them down, open the chest. Big breath in. Big breath out through the mouth. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Heart lifts halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Other side, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, prayer twist, revolve to the left. Open your wings, breath in, expand, open. Exhale, corkscrew. Remember, this is your journey. Go as fast or as slow as you want to. Inhale to crescent. This is your freedom flow. Exhale, warrior two. So you don't even have to be doing what I'm doing, but just sharing this space, high warrior to sky archer on your mat, even if you're not doing the same thing. I'm appreciative of it. I'm appreciative of sharing this space and this energy. Triangle posture, reach forward. Left hand down, right hand lifts. Squeeze your glutes behind you to push your hip flexors forward. Try and really open your body up. Exhale, take it down. The half split, so come down onto your right knee. Reach the hips back. Some people like to come all the way down for half splits. I feel I get more out of it if I'm practicing half splits, if I just keep my hip over my knee, but that's me. So find what works best for you. Again, if you want to practice full splits, you can always start with a block, pillow, rolled blanket, anything underneath your hips, just to see where your body is at. Now just breathe, 2 more. Notice what you feel in the body. Notice what you feel releasing. Okay, 1 more because it just feels so good right now. Slowly come out when you're ready. Curl the right toes underneath you, and again, press back up into the left leg. Scissor your thighs. Twisted half moon. Pull the lower belly in. Exhale, fold. Deep frog squat stretch. Heel toe the feet out. Sink your hips down. Sit on a pillow or block books if you need to. Elbows into the inside. Palms pressing towards one another in the center. Try to relax your hip flexors and your hips all the way down. Get nice and heavy. Toes can be pointed out slightly. And then maybe a little rock here. Feeling that twisting motion in your hips, creating a little more synovial fluid, lubricating our joints. And then come to the center, 3 breaths. Here's 1. Hands down, hips up, heel toe your feet back underneath you. We're going to come to the top of our mats. So a lot of times we step back, come to star pose from warrior two. We're just going to come into star pose right here in the center of our mat today. Star pose, toes are at 10 and 2, hands are up, it's like a 5-point star, right? And then we usually come down into that goddess squat, keeping our toes out at 10 and 2. When you do this, make sure your knees are tracking over your toes. So if your toes are this far in and your knees go in, that's okay. So take a look at where your knees are and what they're doing. Even if your toes are way out, if your knees start to buckle in, your hips are not open. So try engaging your glutes a little bit more, pull your tailbone underneath you, wrap your pelvis up. So engage your lower core, your Mala Bandha, your Uddiyana Bandha. If your knees start tracking forward, try turning your toes in just a little bit and see if you can sit into it more until your hips start opening up more. Then you can work on bringing your toes out, knees tracking over. Bring your hands to your heart, deep breath in. And again, long body, so sit nice and tall. Bring your tailbone down underneath you. Sit into your hips. Squeeze your glutes underneath you, behind you. Active in your core. Lift your right heel up. Lower it down. Lift your left heel up. Lower it down. Right, down, left, down, both of them at the same time if you can. Stay here. If you can't lift them, that's okay. Just stay in this goddess squat. We've got 3 more breaths. All together, we're doing it together. 2 more. Sit here. This friction, oh, this discomfort and this pain. Inhale, sit tall, stand tall, press up. Now turn your toes in so that they face the side edge of your mat, maybe even a little bit more inward like a duck. Prasarita forward fold. So sit back into your hips, pull your weight into your toes just a little bit more and fold down. Big release. Little shift side to side in the hips. Ooh, yes. I felt that one. Come back to the center. Hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Push them up towards the ceiling. And then see if you can release a little bit more. Slowly bring your hands over above your head. Kind of pushes us down a little bit deeper into this. Again, if you need to take a slight bend in the knees, go ahead. Try not to lock your knees out. And again, putting the weight a little bit more in the balls of the feet instead of the heels, because then you're overextending through your knees, causing a lot of pressure on the back of your knees. Exhale, release the hands. Lift up halfway. Maybe even walking out for a wide-legged downward facing dog, melting the heart. Let's walk back through the other way. Hands in between your legs, head as far as you can as well. Come back to the top in the center. Really ground through the sides of your feet. Micro lift in your arches. Press through the side edges of your feet. We're gonna lift up halfway. So really start to squeeze your glutes behind you, pull the lower belly in and float from hip crease to crown, parallel over the mat. Again, pressing through the side edges of your feet. 3 more breaths. Last one. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Come to the front of your mat and find downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Got the legs working today. Right leg lifts, deep breath in. Exhale, step it through, but come to half pigeon. So right knee down, lower, stretch back through your left leg. So stay up high here if you'd like. Try and get a little bit more flexion and extend through your hip flexor towards the mat, or if you want to lower down and melt into your sleeping pigeon, you can take that posture. We're here for a few breaths. Try not to go over that 10:30 mark for those of you, because we started a little late, so might be over a few minutes, but I'll try and stay on track because I know that some of us have a schedule to keep. And again, just being grateful for being on your mat this morning, being grateful for coming and doing something for yourself. Maybe this is the first class you've done with me, maybe it's the second, the third, several. Maybe you've been doing all of my live streams and classes, and that shows that commitment to yourself, not to me, but to yourself, your body, creating change. Just be joyful in that. Be present. Again, change doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, commitment, love. Slowly come up when you're ready. Deep breath in. And exhale, other side. Come back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out, maybe some hip circles with the right, bringing a little more life and blood flow back into that leg. And then left leg lifts. Exhale, half pigeon on this side. And in your journey, you may notice and discover one side is different than the other, and that may change on a day-to-day basis, a week basis. It might change because of a setback or an injury. Remember, yoga is a place of no judgment, especially for yourself. So not judging that setback, not judging the quote-unquote weaker side of the body. Because what appears to be the weakest right now may in turn become the strongest later. Just because things are different or doesn't have the same capacity as another side or seems to be broken or hurt does not mean it's weak. Take one more breath on this side. Slowly lift up. If you came down to that sleeping, big stretch here, bending, and come out of it. Coming into low plank, forearms placed underneath you. We're just going to do some low mountain climbers. So bringing your right knee to your right elbow and out, left knee to left elbow, out. So moving as quickly as you'd like. Just keep your breath working. Tailbone tucked, core active and pulled into the body. We'll go for 10 more seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Coming into Sphinx once more. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Pull the shoulders back and down the body. Big deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Let it all out. Let your head down. So lowering down all the way. And we do broken wing often, but instead of doing broken wing with your arm, we're going to do it with the leg. Let's see if I can find a good angle to show you what I'm doing. We're going to twist over the left leg. So concentrating more on the leg lifting instead of the shoulder lifting and rolling like we do in broken wing. We're actually just going to do a scorpion. So we're lifting the leg and actually trying to keep the front side of our shoulders down. And you can walk that foot up to your right hand. See if you have that. If you don't, maybe that left leg is just stretched out. Big breath. If you bend the knee, you'll get a bigger quad stretch. A little bit more of an IT band stretch too, maybe. Last breath in, exhale, lower down, switching sides. Again, concentrating on the leg lifting and the hips. Trying to stay grounded down through your shoulders and the front and the chest. Walking the foot up if you'd like to the hand. Two more breaths. And release out. Rolling onto your backs. Knees bent up towards the ceiling. Lower belly pulled in. Just feel things draining out, kind of moving outward. Your thoughts inward. Your awareness towards the body more. And hugging the knees into the chest. Side to side, rock and roll. And twisting on this side, release the right leg down, bring the left leg over the right side of the body. Reach your left arm out, shoulder back down. Big breath in. Ooh, I just felt a bunch of vertebrae move. So really concentrate your breath. Relax. Relax into the breath. Let go of your tension. Come back to center. Readjust, realign your spine, your hips flat down. Same thing, extend the left leg. Let the right knee bend up and over. Come back into your right shoulder. Let gravity pull in your right leg, pulling down on your hip. Release your lumbar sacrum. Ooh, coming back to center. Hands to your abdomen. Knees bent up here if you'd like. Just feel your breath. Maybe finding Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees out. Just take a few moments here. Find Shavasana if you'd like, or if you're ready. I was building Legos with my children yesterday. And we built this amazing castle out of the actual old Legos, not the ones that come with all the directions. Did it out of our imagination and our minds, and we built furniture. We built all these amazing things together. And my son said to me, anything is possible, and we can do amazing things when there's three, meaning them and me. And I like to think of that as anything is possible, and you can do anything with whatever number is perfect in that moment. So in that moment yesterday, the perfect number was 3, because that's who was there, the 3 of us. If it was just me and my son, the perfect number would have been 2. If it was me and my children and a friend or my mom or someone else, it would have been 4 or 5. The point being is that in that moment, it was perfect. So whatever number that was there was perfect. Knowing that anything that's going on in that moment is exactly as it needs to be and it should be. Let's slowly bring our minds back, our bodies moving a little bit more. If you want to stay on your mat, go ahead and stay on your mat. Otherwise, just slowly rolling onto your favorite side when you're ready. Take your time, there's no rush. Pausing on your side before coming up to a seated posture. When you're ready, again, take your time, make sure you feel complete. And once you are at a seated posture, rolling your head, dropping your chin down to your chest, and then bringing your hands to heart center, thumbs connecting to your sternum. Taking a big, huge, complete deep breath in towards yourself with gratitude, love, compassion, and grace. Exhaling out all the energy that doesn't serve those things. All the love and light in me sees and honors the love and light in all of you as we bow forward together and say, Namaste. Thank you all so much for this morning. Thank you for joining me on your mat. And thank you for your patience as well this morning. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.